Room full of beautiful, accomplished women, a lot of nice men, but only a few of them that everyone wanted.
A singles mixer completely by yourself, girl, I was going through it. What will it take for single men over 30 to attend a singles event? Someone I wanted to talk to. In the meantime, I felt like everyone was looking at me.
Mini skirt because I want to be like high maintenance, that only the men that like high maintenance women come to me.
Full of people where the intent is to date, like I didn't make any connection. So what is wrong with me? I just don't think that I want to be with anybody who makes me feel like I'm too much.
Y'all are just broke and can't afford to live and ain't got sense enough to just get with a man.
Yesterday, and I left feeling more defeated than hopeful. The host did an amazing job. The vibes were immaculate. The location, everything was great. The games, it was very well thought out. But I think what did it for me was demographic wise, it felt like Hinge, but in real life. It was a room full of beautiful, accomplished women, a lot of nice men, but only a few of them that everyone wanted.
Wait a minute. So she said it feels like Hinge. What is the problem in a dating market? Look at her. Now, I made a video yesterday talking about this is what men are going through, ladies, talking about catfish. All right? Perfect for the situation here. Now, could you imagine she starts putting makeup on? Transform. You're a dime. Girls are telling her, you're a dime. I'm a dime. What happens? She starts believing she's a dime. One of the many reasons why men will never ever attend the singles events. Think about it, ladies. The next video, I'm going to show you another reason. But this is a reason. Look at her face now.
Sorry, I'm late.
I'm a dime. I'm an independent queen boss with a passion. This is the problem. Every video I make talks about the problem. Let's pay attention.
And the very few acted like they were the prize. They literally would only talk amongst themselves. They would not initiate conversation with women unless the host told them to. We had a moment where we were forced to just go and talk to somebody new for 8 minutes, which I thought that was the only time that they would initiate conversation with the women. So I started wondering, like, is this a New York City thing? Like, is there like a thing in the air that makes people not want to have conversation with each other? I know that like in New York, people are known for not wanting people to have deep conversations with them, but it just got me wondering, like, are people just so afraid to start conversation because they risk?
You know, the wild thing with her, New York is one of those cities like DC, a couple of others, not many, where men are the prize. Do you know how much a man makes in New York? Do you know how many ladies are independent woman? Oh, my ladies are independent. This is their new struggle, loneliness.
Like they fear rejection. Is it a millennial thing? Do we just not know how to talk to each other anymore? Like, what is it? I'm super social, so I initiated most of the conversations that I had yesterday. And at the end of the night, I felt so drained because it just felt like it wasn't going anywhere. And the worst part of it is that I woke up this morning feeling super sad. And I was just asking myself, like, damn, like in a room full of people where the intent is to date, like I didn't make any connection. So what is wrong with me? So I started asking myself, was I too opinionated? Did I talk too much? Am I not feminine enough? Like, why wasn't it like, why, what do I need to do in order for me to be chosen? Like, what do I need to change? And guys, the moment I said the word chosen is when I was like, hold up, take a beat here. Okay, do you want to be chosen? One. Second, okay, let's say I wanted to be chosen. Do I really want somebody to choose me because I reshaped myself to fit what I think men have traditionally been attracted?
See, reshape myself. That's why men aren't dating. She said, because I've reshaped myself. You can't reshape yourself. This is the problem, ladies. You've been lied to. You can't, because that's what you did during the dating event. Reshaped yourself into something you're not. Now you're saying reshape yourself for a man. You should have did that a long time ago.
Too. Guys, I won't even buy a bag if I think too many people have it. Like, I love being unique, and I really want to believe that the person that's meant to be with me will have that.
And guys, you know it's wild. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna stop it anymore. Where am I from? That's all I have to say.
Same mindset. I just don't think that I want to be with anybody who makes me feel like I'm too much, or that I need to change who I am, or that I cannot be anybody but who I am. So the reason why I went to this mixer is because this year I told myself that I want to be proactive in my search of a partner, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. I decided I'm just gonna enjoy my single journey, like really bask in it and enjoy it to the fullest. I want to focus on things that I can enjoy doing just because I'm single, and that I wouldn't be able to do if I wasn't in a relationship. So those of you who are in relationships, please help a girl out. Let me know in the comments some of the things that I should take advantage of doing while I'm single, because once I'm in a relationship, it's going to be a lot harder to do.
See, that's a new thing. So they take their solo trips. Oh, well, I'm enjoying my singleness. This is your new struggle. Yeah, independent queen, you did it. But the new struggle after that is loneliness. No man wants this. Ladies, you sign up for this.
By myself, and honestly it was really hard. I am all about a solo date, putting yourself out there, like living your life to the fullest, and whether you have a man or not, you still got to go out and live your life. A singles mixer completely by yourself, girl, I was going through it. Like, I feel like the hardest part is you feel like you're being hunted for sport. That's the main thing, is because you are there by yourself. So I would sometimes be in a corner somewhere.
No, I'm gonna pause this video because I'm gonna replay it. I'm gonna play it from where it stopped it at, but I have to show you guys another video, and this is gonna be, you guys gonna say, "Wow, this is why we're not going."
So me and my friend are going to like this singles dating event, like a social whatever, and I'm trying to figure out what to wear. It's kind of cold today, so I'm gonna wear a turtleneck. I was planning on wearing a mini skirt because I want to be like high maintenance. I want people to know I'm high maintenance off the top, so that only the men that like high maintenance women come to me. But
she wants people to think. Well, she said no, but to think I'm high maintenance. That's what a lot of ladies are doing. I want men to think I'm high maintenance because I want a man who makes the bag. That's what they're all doing. I want that knight in shining armor. And men aren't trying to be that. The men that have that money, they don't want to spend the money. These ladies is lost. Guys that have money are getting with the girls that are saying, you don't got to blow that money. You know what happened today? I'm talking to my wife. I spend too much money. I'm with one of these ladies. Woo! Could you imagine?
then I put on these cargo pants, and they're so freaking cute. Let me show you without the waist trainer. I feel like the men in Boston tend to like low maintenance women, so I want to let them know off the top, I'm not your girly. I was not expecting these cargo pants to be so cute. I put them on just because it was cold and I wanted to like.
So pretty much, I want them to know I don't want a man. And just work out. Look at you. Look like you look old under there. Seriously, look, her stomach looks deformed.
Be warm while I was
Look
getting
at that.
ready, and then they just ended up looking amazing. So these are the cargos. This is cute, but like, it could be low maintenance, it could be high maintenance, it could go either way. And I want them to know from the minute they look at me, like, that's a high maintenance girl. So this is option one. Look at these cargos. Big purr. The skirt, right? I feel like the skirt says, do you have money? And that's always the vibe I'm gonna go for. I ain't saying I'm a gold digger, but many men have said that. No, I'm kidding. Nobody has said that, but that's what I'm on now. I'm a gold digger now. I think I might do the skirt. Cargos are so cute though. I feel like the skirt is like, are you sure you want to approach this girl? she's probably gonna make you pay for everything. And that's the look I want to give. I look like The Rock. I look like The Rock in that one picture. I'm gonna do the skirt with the tiny little bag. I need them to look at me and be like, am I sure I want to talk to her? She's probably gonna make me spend all my money.
Someone call a search party because these TikToks are lost in Delulu land.
And good, disqualify yourself so I don't have to do it. But I think I'm gonna do this. I know you guys are gonna like the cargo pants. I feel like I know TikTok right now. You guys are gonna be like, where are the cargos? And I would, if I wasn't in Boston, if I was in like a place where people already had like the provider mindset, but in Boston they really want to try to go 50-50 up here. And what is that? Yeah, it gives cunty. I love a good cunty look. Yeah. I'm sorry, I know.
You see that? You see? You guys saw it. This is the problem.
I could kind of see if there was someone I wanted to talk to. In the meantime, I felt like everyone was looking at me. So you have guys who are walking past, they're looking at you, they're looking you up and down, they're sizing up on whether or not they want to talk to you, or if you're the type, et cetera, it's fine. But in that meantime, you're kind of just being watched, versus if you have a friend, at least you have someone to talk to distract you from the fact that other men and other women are looking around, looking at you and sizing you up. That was kind of intimidating. The other part too is just that I don't have a wing woman. So, or someone to sort of be my line of defense. So if a guy comes up to you, you know you are not interested. You can, of course, decline immediately. That usually happens. But there's sometimes when declining is not an option, or maybe you did decline and the guy keeps following you around. In the event that happens, you don't have a friend who can be...
You see what she's talking about? You see the energy? Yeah, there are tons of guys at these events. You can do that. Like, really? You saw the first lady saying, yeah, it's not really the great demographic of men. And then she wants a wing woman to, like, she thinks this is the club. Wow. And they wonder why guys are going less and less and less. You're going to have somebody to take the attention of you. Who are you?
Oh my gosh, girl, let's go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh, girl, let's go to the bar and get a drink. You don't have that. So you have to just keep saying, sorry, I'm not, over and over and over again while you're in this tight little space.
You see that? Sorry, I'm not interested. Sorry, I'm not interested. Over and over and over again.
It's kind of intimidating to having to keep doing that. And then, of course, you don't have a witness if something actually does go down or something scary. So there's that part. The last part is just I did start talking to the girl. So I wanted to try and make new friends too. But because it is a singles mixer first, I'm talking to a new girl. We're having a really fun conversation. And then a guy comes by, interrupts us, and is talking to her or talking to me. And then mine and hers conversation is derailed. So there were so many cool women that I met and was like, oh my God, I would love to be friends with her. But she got off talking to a guy and I didn't get a chance to grab her Instagram or anything like that. So overall, I would rate it a 6 out of...
Are you really looking for men or for women? Like, what's going on? You heard what she said? Then she gets distracted and starts talking to... That girl is talking to a guy like, forget you. I want a man. What are you doing?
10. I do not think I would do it again by myself, but I am glad I put myself out there and went on a fun little solo date.
This is her again.
A man that's gonna be 6 feet tall and fine, there's just not very many. God makes them rare for a reason. They're collectible items. So I did not meet very many guys that I actually wanted to talk to. I like fine. Give me Damson Idris, period. Give me Theo James. Give me Manny Jacinto, Bad Bunny, period. I love a beautiful man. I love a fine man. So one of the guys I thought was kind of cute. All he was doing was talking to these blonde girls.
Snow, bunny heaven.
Do I look like a blonde girl? Could I pass as a blonde girl? And
so that's what you wanted, and all of the men were talking to the blonde girls. Very telling. Sensational. Sensational. I hope you learned.
And then the other guy, the third guy that I was most into, we kept seeing each other. We kept locking eyes, but I was always just talking to somebody else for one reason or another. So that's the part where I'm kind of bummed about, because he was kind of cute. He kind of looked like Bad Bunny, just with circle glasses. Bad Bunny with glasses? To say anything to him. Well, he didn't just say anything to me. If push, he could have walked right on up and interrupted my conversations, and I'm trying to see what's good with.
She's living in a dream.
All the single men over 30 to come to the front. come to the front, sit in the front, because I have questions. What will it take for single men over 30 to attend a singles event? What will it take? I want to know. The girlies want to know because where were you? Where were you? So let me backtrack. Let me just say the event itself, well done. It was really well organized. Shout out to the church that hosted this event. Really well done. The mood, the vibe was good. It was moody, it was dark. They had like nice decor. They had good appetizers, good food. It was great. And great turnout. It was a good turnout. At least 50, 60, 70 people in the room. It was great. So overall, I will give the event itself like a 7 out of.
Now, all of these girls, there's a reason why I named the title that. All my ladies, independent, throw your hands up in the air. They need to play that song at the singles. They need to play that song at the singles mixers. Man, I will pay to see that. I'm telling you, if any singles mixers DJs out there play the song and record it when the girls start dancing to it, I would pay so much money to see that. Seriously. I'm sure other guys will pay money too. Really. Or if you're a lady, talk to the DJ. Say, hey, we can make, probably like, look, I'm going to put up a bounty, right? I'm sure I can gather up $10,000 from different people, even different vloggers to get that footage. Oh, my ladies, independent. I bet you they'd be sitting around like, because that song is very telling. That's who's in there, struggling with loneliness.
10 in organization and like just the whole thing. Now, again, I went with my girl Sharon because this is what we do. We get in, right? We get in and sign up, put your name and age on your name tag, and then you can go mingle. Started with bingo, icebreaker, bingo, great. Then we get to now the host starts talking and like, okay, we're gonna play some games, this or that. If you're on that side, you go left. If you're on this side, you go right. Whatever. So we're playing some games. Here's my issue. There was no one to talk to for me. So since everyone has a name tag, you're looking at everybody's name tag, looking at everybody's ages, and I see someone, okay, cute, 24. Someone else, okay, cute, 26. Someone else, okay, not cute, but 21. What do we do? So now I'm
okay, not cute, but 21. What are the guys thinking about you? Oh, you got that fake on. See? Catfish. They're walking catfish. Judging men. Oh, there's so many bad ladies here in the singles event. Go date one of them.
I'm telling Sharon, I'm like, I don't really want to talk to anybody. Like, I don't have the capacity to hold a conversation with someone that I know is younger than me and that it's not going to go anywhere. So I just we literally stood there and made our way to the appetizer table, like literally the entire night. I think we ate half of the food that was there. And then at some point, we were like, that's it. At some point, this cute guy walks in. He is chiseled, beard.
So you heard what she said. We ate half of the food in there. And oh man, I can't react to this stuff. I feel like I'm bashing. I do, because all you have to do is state the obvious. And you ladies wonder why men aren't coming. You just said y'all ate half of the food there because look, this is desperation. If a guy's 2 years, 3 years younger, that may be your only choice right now. Seriously, ladies, think about it.
Like tall, over 6 feet. He looks very good, handsome dude. And we're like, okay, let's go see how old he is. And we casually walk by him, trying to be all subtle, and I get a glimpse of his name tag. 28. I was like, okay, now what? So now we're literally looking at the door, trying to wait for other men to walk in, something. I even spoke to this girl who was there she was there as a wing woman, And I'm like, please find me somebody in this room that you can see that is over 30. She said, okay, I'll come back. I'll look and I'll come back to you. Girl never came back. So
The 30-year-old men over 30 are not there. Those men are focused. When I had my 30s, by 34, I was here. By 34, I was here. So you think at 30, I had time to be at a dating event? Those men are planning their lives. They're finishing up their 401ks, right? Because they've had it for about 10 years. If you want mid-30s, because you want someone older than you, they're definitely, 15 years in.
and that was it. I'm telling you, I need to know, what will it take for a man in his 30s to come to one of these events? Because there was even women in there that were so cute, like that were 37, 35, 39. And they just sat down. Like they were literally sitting at one of the tables, and that was the rest of their time. They were just sitting down. So I'm sure they all felt the same way. So to the men, I want to know how you prefer to meet women, and what don't you like about singles events? Why is it a thing that we just know that men will not show up? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like I want to know. So please, for the girlies, we are all wondering. This is a collective. What is it? What is it? It's crazy because I'm looking around the room and there's like a few men. Obviously there was more women than men. And I'm looking around the room and there's also honestly beautiful, dope looking women. And I'm like, these men are so lucky. It must be nice to be you. It must be nice to be you because they had so many choices, so many options. I'm looking at their age groups. There was from like 21 to 39 and everything in between. Y'all have
You just let it be known how many of you are struggling, seriously.
so many options. Like it must be nice to be a man in this world. And I'm looking at, and all the girls are gathering around together talking about how, like, I don't know who to talk to. So I'm just trying to understand. And I know that I'm not alone in this. So overall, that was the experience.
This because it'll go against the sisterhood. It'll go against their entire narrative that they're trying to push and make people.
So let's read this. So when are we going to finally admit that there is no male loneliness epidemic? In fact, there is a female loneliness epidemic. Let's get into it.
People believe that they're okay with being alone. When we all know that y'all not okay with that, because if you was, you would have no need to go to a singles event. You wouldn't even care about a singles event because you would be too happy with your peaceful single life. You'd be too happy with that. But they're not going to get on here and admit that they're tired of having to work 2 or 3 jobs just to still not be able to pay your rent. I saw a girl on my timeline just the other day talking about how she ready to take herself up off the earth because she working 3 jobs and still can't pay her rent and about to get.
She's ready to eliminate herself. You know what girls are doing that? Girls that were in corn or the fans. So because of your hard work, you're ready to do that. Independent woman's new struggle is loneliness. You're doing it alone. That's not in your DNA. See, these ladies are like 40 and going, and they have no choice to say, oh, my girlfriends. Then they're all moving together to avoid loneliness. And then I reacted to it yesterday. The females talking about it like it's okay. Feminism has did you dirty.
Evicted. She showed the eviction notice and everything. Like I said in the other video, it's an influx of women living in tents, cars, vans, trying to pass it off as car life. No, y'all are just broke and can't afford to live and ain't got sense enough to just get with a man.
And I left feeling more defeated than hopeful. The host did an amazing job. The vibes were immaculate. The location, everything was great. The games, it was very well thought out. But I think what did it for me was demographic-wise, it felt like Hench, but in real life.
Now you see what she said there? this is a female that understands. Everyone wants the same people.
Life. There was a room full of beautiful, accomplished women, a lot of nice men, but
So we already saw this. Let me skip past that. 1 second. Hold on. I want to hear what they say.
do I really want somebody to choose me because I reshaped myself to fit what I think men have traditionally been attracted to?
So for me, I think obviously one of the biggest things is if you're going to a singles event to meet someone, to seek out a partner, to seek a relationship, then it would seem that you would be proactive about talking to the people that are there. Like that is lost on me. Why go if you're not going to initiate some type of conversation? And that goes for both sides, men and women, because we are both capable of speaking. We're both capable of initiating conversation. The other component that I think about is she mentioned there was only a handful of guys that the women were interested in, which leads me to believe we're talking about physical attributes, right? Because you guys aren't talking, so it has to be a physical situation. I would implore you to set that aside. You have to kind of get away from all the physical attributes and really spend some time getting to know someone, because you can't just judge a book by its cover, right? Same thing goes for a human being. You have to actually get to know them. I would just say don't go if you're not truly seeking relationship. Don't go. What's the point? If you're not going to talk, if you're not going to interact with the people there, what's the point?
Well, the thing is, this conversation is had so many times across the internet. Have a woman comes on the line and she starts speaking up about singles events and how she couldn't find anybody. The men weren't talking. There were only a couple men that looked good enough to talk to. And
the sad thing is they want the Chads, the Tyrones, the Alphas to go. These men get whoever they want. They can't be with all of you, but you know what's happening? A lot of them are getting with all of you. That's why what men say works. And it's wow. It's just creating more monsters. If a guy is 6 foot tall, right? And he works on himself, he's in a gym, right? He focuses on his career. He gets the bag. He's going to get whoever he wants, especially if he has the budget for dating. Pick a litter. And he can date many different ladies. And you guys are willing to share him. You say it all the time. And wonder why there's a problem. This is sad, man. All right, so
I went to the singles mixer yesterday, and I left feeling more defeated than hopeful. There was a room full of beautiful, accomplished women, a lot of nice men, but only a few of them that everyone wanted. And the very few acted like they were the prize.
So I'm a married man, and me and my wife been together, it'll be 13 years now, and I see a lot of single people out here, men and women, asking pretty much how not to be single. Now, I never had problems dating, but there is some few tips for me that help me find my forever person, right? For one, don't turn your nose up. If you are in the place of dating, the space of dating, it's like people who are on the Pop the Balloon show and turning their nose up at other people on the Pop the Balloon show as if they're not on a Pop the Balloon show. You get it? Even if the person looks like roadkill, it doesn't matter because you guys are in the same space. For two, accountability. Stop blaming people for your faults. And this is not specifically for this woman. This is just general advice. Stop blaming people for your faults or why you're in the situation, or kicking people like as if you're not in this situation. And for three, change. The biggest one of all. Be open to change. A lot of single people are like, I ain't never gonna change. I ain't gonna change. I ain't gonna change. You're gonna stay single. And that's okay. But what sense does it make that you're going to build a life with a whole new person and be exactly the same? And change doesn't have to be you out here doing coke in the streets or no craziness, but yeah, changing the wardrobe, picking up an activity, engaging in new activities, engaging with new people. This is the point of dating. Change. Because even me, I'm in my mid-30s and I'm just now starting to do skincare, and I'm just now starting to change up my wardrobe more, and I'm married just so my wife can see and feel that change, and she does the same.
Yes, you always have to become a new person, but what's going on? And I'm happy that he said that, change. Most of these ladies refuse to change. He hit on something deep. A lot of you people may not realize it. When I was working back in the day, right, I talk about it all the time. I work for Cablevision. And one thing they said, the C in Cablevision stands for change. Things changed, and they changed things, and they had to because they wanted to get Carmelo Anthony, so they got Carmelo Anthony with the Knicks. They had to change it, right? They had to upgrade packages. We had to sell those packages, and I adapted. Same thing with you females. You have to change. What worked before, like you saw a lady say, I want a man that's 90s fine. I want a man that's 6 foot. Look, those days are over. If you're tall, get a man that's tall. Don't be 5'2", getting with a man that's 6 feet. I understand you want to have tall children. Get with a man 5'10", 5'9". Be realistic, because then we will have more couples together. But what's going on now? The birth rates are dropping. The world is doomed. Of course, there's high birth rates in other countries, but even look at countries like Japan. When I made that video saying back in the day, they said they want black men there and a bunch of different things. The reason why they want men there, which the country actually does, is because the population is dying. That same thing is starting to happen in the West. And people, they want to blame the manosphere, but it's not the manosphere. All the manosphere is doing is waking people up. So who else is there to blame? Who else is there to blame? The females. They won't change. Men are changing. We know we have to go to the gym, so we're doing that. We're working on progress. We know we have to save money, so we're doing that by not dating. Hear me out now. It's getting deep. Men are doing that. Men are changing. Why would we date someone that's going to keep being wasteful? So what are men doing? Adapting. And it's not loneliness, because that's what we do. But because of the independent womanhood for all these years, this is what's happening now. You're struggling with loneliness. Congratulations. You did it to yourself. We're here now. So bask in it, live in it, and put on some sunscreen, because you'll be going to that vacation this summer alone.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.